Hey, you spiteful bards and bardettes, welcome back to iCast Vicious Mockery. I'm Austin.
I'm Matt.
And today we're gonna, I'm gonna tell Matt about Neil Cicierega. So listen.
Okay.
This is Neil Cicierega. He's this guy. He makes the stuff on YouTube. He's responsible for, do you know the album? You probably don't know the album Mouth Sounds.
Nope.
We're gonna have to listen to mouth sounds later. Guys, listen to mouth sounds. You're going to have to do it. He's also responsible. You actually need to watch his TED Talk. Because
TED Talk.
Right, because I can't think of all the things that he's done that you would recognize, but he mentions most of them in his TED Talk. And you're going to be like, oh my God, this guy, like every funny thing that's been on the internet since I was a kid was all just this person.
Oh, really?
He's responsible for Potter Puppet Pals.
Really?
Yeah. Among other things that you'll be
What?
like, what?
What do you mean responsible for? Like, he made that?
Yeah. He made Potter Puppet Pals.
But how could I not have known that?
Right?
But when you say it, I'm like, I don't know who did Potter Puppet Pals.
Exactly. Could have
Okay.
been George Bush. It was probably Neil Cicierega.
Nah, if it was going to be a president, it would be Obama, yo.
Well, he would have only been a baby back then, though.
And baby back, baby back, baby. What do you have been? Would he have been no?
Obama? Yeah. Before he was president even? Yeah, he was only a little baby.
Well, he was a baby before he was president, I'll give you that.
All right, so anyway, yeah, guys.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you some Neil Cicierega homework.
Mm-hmm.
You'll thank me later. I don't know.
Thank you.
Maybe you know who he is. Maybe you don't. Because you're some kind of
Wait a minute. Hold on.
heathen.
Neil Cicierega? Yeah, you know what? I've never heard it spoken out loud before, but you're right. I did know he did Potter Puppet Pals. Because I knew I've read the name.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard it out loud. I've never said it. But yes, I do. I do know who this is.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's our boy Neil.
Okay, cool. So, was that the extent of it? Is that all you wanted to tell me about Neil Cicierega?
Yeah, that's all I got to say about it today.
Okay, we left last. Was that last episode? That
Yeah.
Because we left it on a bit of a cliffhanger. We're gonna do another sort of similar kind of. It's still improv.
Right.
It's different kind of improv though.
This, very different kind. Because we said we would do this. We said we were going to. Did we say it?
Yeah, you briefly talked about the idea behind what we were gonna do. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, we're gonna roll some random characters and then like figure out what their deal is.
And then we're gonna
which will make
roleplay
sense.
them.
You'll see. Yeah,
Yeah,
and we're gonna role play with them.
So I'm thinking that you can roll the character, and then I'll lead you through a session. What do you think?
Sure.
Like a little.
Yeah, we could do a little bit of that. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm on D&D Beyond, and I'm choosing a character creation method: standard, quick build, or randomize.
Oh, you know what we need.
Yeah, it's gonna be randomize.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. What level should I be?
Doesn't matter.
Can I not select one? If I just don't select, will it give me a random level?
Maybe.
Allow multi-class, allow feats, obviously.
Yeah.
And
I think that. Yeah, I think
choose
that'll
race, choose class. No. Character name? No. Will it work?
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, not optimized at all. Right?
No. Although, in some ways,
okay.
he's not bad.
Okay, so this is Cobblestone. Is
Cobblestone.
His name. Level 6. What is he?
He's an Earth Genasi.
Mm-hmm.
He is level 6, but he has multiple classes.
Oh, okay.
And
he's multi-classed.
Barbarian level 4, Cleric 1, Sorcerer 1, I believe.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I guess you can find out if you look at his spell list.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
one thing, I think that randomizing does not give you random spells.
It does.
Oh, it does?
Yep, random cantrips, random first level spells, and a random second level spell. So, yeah.
Well, no.
Comprehend language. Sorcerer. Okay, so definitely sorcerer. He gets this is a clockwork magic spell.
Okay, so he's a clockwork sorcerer.
Okay. But he's only level 1 sorcerer.
That came out in Tosh's, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is this is being slow for some reason.
Level 4, Path of the Barbarian Berserker.
Okay, so he's a berserker.
Path of the Berserker Barbarian.
Yeah.
Right.
I figured that's what you meant.
Level 1, Life Domain Cleric.
Life domain. Okay.
And level 1, Clockwork Soul Sorcerer.
Okay.
That's tough. But we'll put it together. So
what happened to cause this for this guy? Hold on. Do you have a background?
yes, we'll get to there.
Or
So
that's what I was
he's
gonna
a folk hero.
Oh, I'm familiar with this one.
He is proficient in animal handling and survival.
Okay, survival, animal handling.
Yep.
Sounds pretty milquetoast so
He's
far.
also proficient in alchemist's supplies.
Man, this guy has just been
And vehicles.
all over the place. And vehicles.
Yeah.
All over the place with this guy.
Here's his background feature as rustic hospitality. Since you come from the ranks of the common folk, you fit in among them with ease. You can always find somebody basically to help you out as long as you seem, like common folk.
Yeah, okay.
They'll shield you, but they won't risk their lives for you. But basically, they'll be like, if the police are like, "Hey, is that Earth Genasi guy in here?" They'll be like, "No,
Never
of course
heard.
not. I never heard of it, Earth
I
Genasi
have
guy.
never heard of him.
I do not know what this is. Earth Genasi.
Hi, Mark.
Honey, listen to this police officer. He says Earth Genasi, something like this. What is that?"
You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
Honey, I do not know what this is.
Were you like intentionally doing the room there?
What?
Sounded like what the
You're
heck's that
tearing me apart, Lisa!
Why are you
I
That's what it sounded
haven't heard what he has haven't heard what he has talked like. What?
like. I did not.
I did not heard what he sound like long enough to know.
I did not hit her. That's what he says.
Yeah, I haven't heard him talk long enough to know what he sounds
Oh,
like.
hi, Mark. Anyway. I've never seen The Room, but I've seen so many clips of The Room, I feel like I have seen The Room. You know what I mean? have to
Okay,
watch that
so
someday.
let's see. Personality traits.
Yeah.
Choose to... Do you mean random?
Details.
Yes. Alignment. Ooh.
Okay, hold on.
No, we gotta look. We gotta do some more research before we know his alignment and stuff, right?
Well, why shouldn't we make that random?
Okay, you're right. You're right.
There's 9.
9 alignments.
So maybe roll a d10 and re-roll on a 10?
Yep. 7.
7?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Neutral.
Oh, true neutral. Wow.
So he does not care. Physical characteristics. He looks like an Earth Genasi.
Great. Yep.
Personality traits. When I set my mind to something, I follow through, no matter what gets in the way.
Just like a true neutral.
Just like a true neutral. That is, yeah.
Yeah.
I judge people by their actions, not their words.
Wow. Okay. This makes sense so far.
Ideals. Might. If I become strong, I can take what I want, what I deserve. Evil. That's what it says in parentheses
evil.
after that.
Okay.
Bonds.
Mm-hmm.
I worked the land. I love the land. And I will protect the land.
Mm-hmm.
Flowls.
Mm-hmm.
The tyrant who rules my land will stop at nothing to see me killed. If that's continuing that innuendo from before, is that his wife?
We have a Sword Art Online situation.
Is that his wife?
This is a Sword Art Online season 2 kind of thing going on, I think.
Season 2.
Or is that 3?
I don't know anything about Sword Art Online. Don't even try.
Oh, good. You don't watch that one. It's a bad one.
So his background, though, he's a folk hero. That might come into play later. We'll see. Starting equipment. I'm just going to grab the equipment. He uses any martial melee weapon. He uses a halberd.
Sure.
And 2 hand axes.
Cool.
And an explorer's pack and 4 javelins. And a set of artisan's tools, which includes cobbler's tools, because his name is Cobblestone.
Mm-hmm. But even though he's proficient with alchemist supplies.
It's just a funny joke that he likes to make.
My name is... He pulls him out when he introduces himself.
My name is Cobblestone. He has sort of a flat affect befitting of his true neutral personality.
Right, that's what I was gonna... Yeah, I'm there with you.
Yeah. He does carry a shovel, which is a little iffy.
Yeah, why would he need that?
Why would he need that? What is the... is that a kinky thing for him to have?
No, I think it's... I think it's the akin of just somebody having a sword.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
That's what it makes sense.
He also has an iron pot.
Yeah.
A set of common clothes.
Okay.
And a pouch containing 10 goop. Is that how you pronounce that?
Gold pieces.
No, you can't.
GP.
That does not spell gold pieces.
They call them guppies.
Okay, so anyway,
what are his stats like? Yeah.
What are his stats like? So let me tell you about this guy.
Mm-hmm.
What's he good at? He's got a lot of heart, man. His constitution is just so good. He's got a 17 for constitution.
Oh, okay.
I can't really complain about that.
Mm-hmm.
He does have 15 charisma.
Okay.
Not super helpful.
Well, that's good for his sorcerer spell.
It's good for the sorcerer stuff, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He has 13 strength.
Ooh, okay. So those barbarian swings are going to be...
They're going to be a little lackluster.
Yeah.
But he can make up for it in other ways, maybe.
Probably, okay.
With that sorcerer stuff, right? Casting a spell on himself to hit better or whatever. I don't know. He also has a nifty little ability that I'll tell you about later.
Okay.
Wisdom. He's got an 11.
11 wisdom. Okay.
That's not too good.
That's like average.
Yeah, his perception is going to be pretty bad. I don't know what skills he's proficient in. I didn't really pay attention to that. Intelligence. He's got a 9. He's just not that smart.
Mm-hmm.
I did leave out one that you might have noticed. This dude.
I see it. I see what it says.
Yeah.
I see what
you
it
want
says.
to tell me what that means? Let's translate that.
He has so clumsy.
7 dexterity.
He's so clumsy.
Is he that clumsy though? Is that bad?
Oh, it's bad.
What's your average person's dexterity then?
10.
10.
Yeah.
All right. So you've been, you have somebody who's like a ballet dancer their whole life.
Mm-hmm.
What's their dexterity?
12.
So the opposite of that, somebody who is as clumsy as a ballet dancer is graceful. That'd be an 8.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's a 7.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. I can dig this. So like, if he tried to juggle, he would drop more balls than he threw up.
Yeah. He would drop more balls than he had. Yep. Exactly.
Like he's that kind of like. Like literally, he'll have to sometimes just make rolls to stay standing.
But it's so endearing, though.
People love that about him. And you know what?
Yeah.
He can take it too.
Yeah.
All the punishment that gravity doles out to him, he always gets back up.
And maybe that's why, though.
Maybe that's why he's so tough.
Yeah, he's so tough.
He's just never, like, he has had no other way to get through it.
He's fallen down so many cliffs.
Yeah. Literal cliffs.
Yeah. And
that he was, like, courting. Because he likes rocks a lot and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, he makes advances toward the rocks. Yeah.
And with 15 charisma, the rocks, like, most of the time, they're like, oh yeah, Cobblestone.
They're into him.
Sorry.
Screen problems.
Okay.
I dig this guy.
I'm ready to play him.
Okay, you are?
Yeah, if you're ready to venture him.
All right. I didn't think this far ahead. So I'll make up all stats for everything. You've got the dice down there.
Yep.
Do you wanna grab? Oh well.
Oh, physical dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like physical dice personally. I mean, we can roll everything on there, but I'd have to roll all my stuff on there too.
Personally, I prefer the air.
Was that a reference to something that I missed? I missed it.
Yeah, it was. Yep.
Are you gonna tell me what it was from?
It'll be in the homework for you guys to discover it. You guys are gonna have to tell me what that is.
Okay.
I'm sure somebody knows.
It's totally lost on me. Okay, so we're gonna say you are currently traveling from one city to another, but I'm gonna let you tell me why.
Okay. Well, it's pretty clear. I am all about one thing, which is the accrual of power.
Okay.
Also, I don't really care about anything.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying.
So I'm guessing the opportunities in this other city are better for me to have more power. Now, what kind of power does an Earth Genasi look for, you ask? Good question.
I do ask.
And I am buying time right now. I'm trying to figure out what kind of opportunities an Earth Genasi would like. But you know what it is? It's the earth, the land. It's become a thing, like a commodity that people like feudal lords or whatever. They own all this land. It's not really theirs. And our boy Cobblestone,
he's trying to liberate.
Yeah, well, not even liberate. He doesn't.
Land. Okay.
He doesn't care about the land, but like it's his. He is of the earth. You know, like
okay. I see where
he
you're
was
going
born in
with this,
the
I
earth,
think.
molded by it. They only adopted the earth.
They didn't know the earth until, or he didn't even know the not earth.
Yeah, he didn't even know the not earth until he was
already a man.
Yeah.
And by that time, it was nothing to him, but it was nothing to him.
Right, exactly. So, basically, he is like a feudal lord. He's like a conqueror type person. In his head, that's kind of what he is. I don't know where he's at on that journey yet.
Well, he's level 6, so
he's making some progress.
Well, can we just say that at first he tried to get his power with sheer force of physicality,
which is not effective in this case.
You're right.
Because it turned out that even a level 4 barbarian cannot kill everyone in the world.
Right.
Somehow.
But then he got adopted by this god.
Yeah.
right? Because cleric was next, right?
Well, it doesn't say the order that the levels came in.
Yeah, it does. It did on the top of the thing.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, right up the top there, because it says barbarian
Oh, Barbarian 4, Cleric 1,
cleric
Sorcerer.
1,
That's just
sorcerer
totals,
1.
though. It doesn't say, like, what order he gained the levels. But I'm going to assume it's something like that. That's fine, yeah.
Oh, is it like an alphabetical order then?
Oh my god, it is.
Well, yeah.
That might just be a coincidence, though. I think it's by, like, order of how many levels they have in it.
Well, yeah, but then I meant like then by alphabetical order.
Yeah.
After that,
Yeah, I guess so.
because it still would anyway. I don't know. I mean,
He has 66 hit points. That's pretty good.
I would like to think that really only 66. That doesn't sound very high for somebody who has 4 levels in barbarian and
Well, he has
17 constitution.
4d12 hit die, though. So, that's nice.
Yeah, that's nice. Anyway, I just like the idea of somebody not discovering innate magical abilities like in themselves until after they struggled through a lot of things in life.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's where he's at, for sure.
Right. So maybe there was an inciting incident there.
Mhm.
Maybe there was something about him discovering this clockwork, soul
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, you know what it is? Like, we're in Earth Genasi, like, what are they going to build? You know? Like, they can just,
Yeah.
the Earth just is whatever they want it to be.
That's true.
It just takes on the form that they want.
Yeah, they sort of will it into
Yeah.
shapes.
There's no
Yeah.
need for them to build crazy machines to move dirt around.
Mhm.
Like, they are the crazy machines.
Well, Clockwork Soul has more to do with the plane of Mechanus, like the lawful plane of where, like, it's like space and time, basically.
Well, yeah, but it
is
has
ruled.
that like connotation of
Well, sure. I mean, it's literally called Mechanus, and the Modrons that are from there are like. The whole concept of it is really interesting, and I won't get into it right now because
No.
there's a lot to talk about there.
Yeah.
But basically, that's where he gets his power from. By the way, at level 20, you can basically stop time.
I mean, I can already do that.
But he could never do that because he's got levels and other things.
Yeah, well, I can do it right now. Watch. I just did
Did
it.
you do something with editing or?
No,
you just-
I'm way
I was
too lazy for that.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
It's not-
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Anyway, so he's walking somewhere. Sure. Okay. Is he walking, or would he get like try to get like a
That's a
carriage?
good question. At this point, I'm going to say yes. And you know why? He's going from a small, like, outlying city in a province where he basically took over the city.
Okay.
He's a sort of lord. He's a lord
Like
at this point.
Like
Yeah.
he conquered a place. Okay.
No, he didn't do it through, like, brute force and things like that. He just literally was like, hey, guys, I'm in charge now. And, like, it was enough to be like, hey, guess he's in charge
Guess
now.
he's in charge now. There you go.
Yeah.
What a way to rule.
Yep. I mean, we could talk about it more later, but
Okay.
essentially, though, he, like, came in and it was good circumstance for him to be, like, to step up as sort of their leader and hero. Even though he doesn't care about any of that stuff, but, like, whatever works to get him in charge. And then he's going to dismantle all of this. So, you know.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's walking.
No, he's got a carriage.
Okay. So he's got a carriage. Okay. So
To answer that question.
the carriage just along the path in the wilderness hits like a branch and cracks an axle. Needs to get repaired.
Mm-hmm. Well, good thing he has his cobbler's kit.
Oh, okay.
No, Cobblestone is going to get out of the carriage. He's not exactly afraid of danger with his halberd by his side. And he's going to Ooh, maybe he has some spells for that. Wouldn't that be spiffy?
It would be nice if he had something like mending.
Light mage. He does have mending.
Oh.
Well, he's gonna cast mending.
All right, that's a cantrip, I think.
It's a cantrip.
Yeah,
You're right.
Yeah, no, he's totally... So, yeah.
Ta-da! He's immune to broken axles.
Boom. Yeah, he mends the axle. Luckily for him, the breakage wasn't...
There's a servant who's like, my lord, we will repair this straight away. And Cobblestone just ignores what that person is saying, walks straight over, and then boom, casts mending right on the axle, and turns back around without regarding this other person, heads right back in the carriage and says, "Let's go."
Very good. All right. So, as the carriage continues moving forward, go and make a perception check.
He's not very good at that. Oh, I left him. What his perception is, well, I'll do the roll first. 19.
Ooh.
I think it's -1.
Oh, because I thought his wisdom was like 11.
Oh, maybe it is, yeah. So maybe it's a 20 total.
So it's...
I don't know what he's proficient in, actually.
11 would be +0.
Yeah, you're right.
But if he's proficient in it, then it would be in the 20-somethings, because +3 proficiency bonus.
I don't know what he's proficient in. Oh, he is proficient. Yeah, +3.
So 22. Okay.
He can perceive pretty well.
Yeah.
He's actually really pretty bad at almost all of his skills except for athletics.
Nice.
Like they're not good matches.
Well, that's because his highest is in Constitution, and that doesn't
have any skills. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
So he hears...
Okay.
coming from the wilderness.
Oh, from the wilderness?
Mm-hmm.
We ride on it. So like that's going to stop Cobblestone. Lord Cobblestone, even.
Okay. The carriage... He hears sort of like a... from the front of the carriage, and suddenly there's a bit of a jolt, and the sounds of like snapping and snarling at the front of the carriage.
Mm-hmm. Let me see what spells he has again. Well, he's going to he's gonna sort of he's gonna look out the carriage door to see what he sees.
Okay.
Like out the carriage window type deal. You know, he's gonna lean out.
He sees pretty much what you'd expect. A pack of wolves seem to be surrounding and snapping at the horses at the front of the carriage. The servant is clutching the reins and trying to keep control, but cannot hold the horses back. And the horses start to they're actually almost starting to hurt themselves with their thrashing. What does he do?
He is going to cast Mage Hand to grab the reins.
Okay. Go and make an animal handling check for him then. He's proficient in that.
17 plus 3. He's
nice.
Pretty good at that.
20.
This orange one's good, dude.
I know. It was the only one that rolled above a 10 for me earlier.
Yeah. Okay, so 20 total, yeah.
Okay. No issue. Mage Hand grabs onto the reins, and the horses kind of steady themselves right as one of the wolves goes in for a bite on one of the... and I don't have the stats for wolves in front of me, but I'm guessing they're CR 1/2, I think, which means that their bonus to attack is probably +3 or something. And that sounds about right. I'm guessing a horse's AC is probably around like 12.
Yeah.
So it misses.
Mm-hmm.
It goes in for a bite, and the horse, now a little bit calmer, still kind of like rears back slightly and snaps and misses.
Yeah, especially because the horse could take the dodge action on its turn.
It was taking its turn thrashing.
Oh, was it trying to do damage? Or just
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Anyway, let's roll initiative here.
Okay.
Wow.
0.
Well, because you have a -3, right?
-2.
-2, and you rolled a 2.
And I rolled 2.
I think that wolves have like at least a +1, but probably a +2 to their initiative. So I'm going to say their initiative is 5.
Really? They beat 0?
Yeah, they did. I'm going to roll initiative for the horses though too. Oh, okay. Yeah, so the horses actually go first.
Cool.
I don't know what horses can do. I know they can trample and things like that, but they are attached to the carriage.
Yeah. I mean, they can take their dash action. Like, they can just try to dash and then take the opportunity attacks.
Yeah.
I think that's what they would do, right?
They could. You're on the reins. Mm-hmm. So I think
I guess they would listen to what I tell them to do.
Yeah, they're going to hold until you decide if you want to command them to do something. The wolves, there are 3 of them. Mm-hmm. They're each going to take an attack on the horses. The first one misses. The second one, what's an AC of a horse? Probably like, did I say 12?
Like 12, yeah.
Earlier? Yeah, it's probably 12. Oh, which means the second one hits, actually. And the third one definitely hits. Okay, so that's 2 attacks on the horses. That's going to be 1d4 plus 3. That sounds right to me. Oh man, this d4 is opposite of what I'm used to. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's 6 damage on that horse. Second bite does 4 damage, 10 damage to that horse as they take some pretty sizable chunks out of these horses. What are you doing?
I think it's time. Well, the only real way that he can handle this is by fighting them head on.
Okay.
Unless, let me see what spells I have first, if there might be one that's useful. I mean, not really. I already kind of used my spell in a pretty sucky way. Because to do anything with the mage hand does cost an action.
An action?
Yeah.
I was going to say, I mean, like, bonus action to...
Yeah, you would think so, but...
do the... No, I mean, whatever. You're just using it to basically control the reins.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that would take an action.
I'm just seeing if I have any AoE spells, which I don't.
But you do have a halberd.
I do have a halberd.
I guess that might require you to get out of the carriage, though.
Yeah, that would be the idea. Well, maybe that's what he did with the mage hand, was he like pulled up on the reins and made them stop. That would make sense. Okay, so I'm getting out.
Okay.
Guess who is Oh, wait, where's my... I have to equip it.
Oh, you're...
Oh, the equipment's not here.
What?
Yeah, it didn't save.
Oh, that's weird.
Okay.
Oh, did you not hit save?
I think not.
Wait, there's not an option to hit save usually.
That's
weird. It usually saves automatically. Oh, goodness me. Oh, goodness my. Oh, because, okay. After you do all that stuff, you hit character sheet.
Yeah, you have to.
You have to, yeah, in order for it to save.
Yep. Okay, anyway, so now that we know how this thing works, we're No, it's still not there. It didn't save.
That's odd.
Yeah.
I'm just now thinking that I pretty much probably would assume that any creature's AC would be around 12, sort of
Yeah.
by default. That just sounds like a standard armor class.
That's what his AC is. This guy.
Oh, it's not a good one. It's not a good armor class at all.
Nope.
I mean, if something has +3 to attack, they'll hit more than 50% of the time.
Yep. And more than 50% of things have +3.
Yep.
So you're basically getting hit 100% of the time.
No.
I know how the math works. 50% plus 50%. What do you get?
I mean, yeah. I mean, yes. But no.
Okay, so time for me to enter a rage.
Oh, you're going to rage.
Yeah, right away.
Cool.
And
Keep
so
in mind
that's
that you can't cast spells while you're raging.
right. Yeah, I don't.
So your mage hand goes away.
Yeah, I don't need it anymore. I just needed it to stop us.
Got it.
And now, kerblam.
Ooh, D&D Beyond.
Okay, a
Nice
14 to hit on the nearest wolf, which is I hope 10 feet away from me.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Okay, cool. 11 damage.
11 damage.
11 damage.
So you're like, God.
Oops.
Cobblestone just wants to get to where he's going.
Oh shoot, not 11 damage. It should be it's actually 13 damage.
Oh yeah, because your rage bonus.
Because the rage bonus, yeah.
You pick that halberd up and you cut that wolf clean in half.
That's how Cobblestone do. And he's going to say, while he does it, he's going to say, sit.
Go and roll intimidation.
Okay. I have to get over to it. 17.
17. Whoo boy. The other two wolves start to sort of shy away.
Yep.
They don't run, but they're like they spend their turn sort of backing up.
Okay. I just backed up from the character sheet. And now
and it's gone. All your stats are gone.
I throw a javelin.
Ooh.
Oh, it's only a 9 to hit.
Ah, that misses. You pick up the javelin and trip over a rock. The earth betrayed you.
The earth betrayed me.
Now, you think you tripped over a rock, but really, you just kind of almost fell over.
Mm-hmm.
Just.
I forgot he was that clumsy.
It just happened.
Yeah. Okay.
Seeing that display, the wolves gain.
Oh, it's considered a melee weapon, even though it's ranged.
A bit more confidence, yeah.
Well,
because you can stab. I mean, I think that.
Oh, so it counts like as if you're okay.
Because melee weapons can be thrown.
Yeah.
Well, some of them have the thrown property, like daggers. But you can also use it not thrown.
Mm-hmm.
I think. I'm pretty sure for javelins. Okay, the wolves are going to both attack Cobblestone here.
That'll hit.
That one hits. Second one
hits.
Also hits. The first attack does 5 points of piercing damage, halved to 3. No, half is rounded. It's always rounded down. Halved to 2 because you're raging.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one does 4 halved to 2 piercing damage. So 4 damage total.
Okay. I am so fine right now that I don't even need to worry for a half second.
Got it.
Just going to swing my halberd.
Uh-huh.
That's going to be a 16, my man.
That hits.
And give me that. Womp womp. 6 damage.
6 damage. Okay, you swing the halberd, and it causes a pretty large gash in the side of one of the wolves.
As the wolf, I imagine, would like jump out of the way at the same time, but it didn't quite make it because the halberd reaches so far.
Yeah, didn't quite get enough out of the way, and it cut pretty deep, but it's still moving. Yeah, yeah. At their turn, that wolf is gonna run away. He's out of there. The other one, now alone, also runs away.
Okay. Cobblestone is going to get back in the Oh, no, wait. He's going to... I guess his rage is going to drop because he doesn't really need it anymore. And on the horse that was hurt, he's going to cast Cure Wounds.
Oh, how nice of him.
Well, he needs the horse to work.
It's utility. It's all utility.
3 hit points.
How many did the horse lose? I think it was 5.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. The horse is feeling much better.
The horse is feeling much better.
Not 100%, but much better.
All right, and Cobblestone says, let's go, and gets back into the carriage.
Okay, the rest of the ride to the city. You're heading to a city?
Yeah, bigger city, because you know what? Bigger target.
Bigger target, okay. And, you know, it's smooth riding from there on out. No other issues, no other problems. As you roll up into the city, there is a gate with some guards standing at the front.
Right.
And there seems to be some kind of line entering into the city. There's a guard you can see with some sort of paperwork and like a scroll and a quill.
Right.
And one that's sort of like waving people through one carriage at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So is there anything that you want to do preemptively as you approach the checkpoint?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm going right through.
So as you get up to there, one of the guards says to your servant to the front, "What are you bringing with you?" And he's kind of sitting up there and he's like, I just have a passenger, Mr. Cobblestone.
That'd be Lord Cobblestone.
Lord Cobblestone is here to visit the city. The other guard kind of comes around the back and sort of, this is like a covered wagon, is what I was imagining, but...
No, I think it's a proper carriage.
Oh, okay. It's like a carriage, like with a door and everything.
Yeah.
It's got some fancy doors and such.
Yeah.
A guard comes around to the window. Does it have glass windows?
No.
Probably not.
No.
Open windows?
Yeah.
Okay. He comes up to the window and says, "State your business."
Ooh, how do you say that without... I'm here for the land.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
It's not gonna be good. Oh no, wait. He's
Yeah, charisma was something.
Yeah, but he's not proficient in it. So 12.
12. Yeah, I mean that's fine. All right, trade. He like writes something down on the scroll, tears a sheet off, and then hands it to you. It just says trade on it. It's got a nice stamped seal.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you hand that to the guard at the front of the gates. And he like waves you through. You make your way up. This is kind of like a long, almost like a tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
There's a portcullis on either end, you know, and you can see there's like it's like a drive-through, you know, like the old kind of drive-throughs,
right,
where there's the one where you pay and the one where you get your food.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, except this one, you know, it's you state your business and then then it's
like be admitted to the city.
Be admitted. Yeah. Yep, exactly. So you roll up to there. It's sort of the same sort of situation. One guard just requests for your paperwork. I assume you hand him the stamped, and so he takes a look at it,
Now, one thing is
Yeah.
that I do believe that Lord Cobblestone.
Okay.
That's a self-given title, by the way.
Right. Of course.
Although technically he fits the
He
qualifications
does. He
for
is
it.
the
He
ruler.
just he just kind of like took it.
Ruler of the land.
He would have tried to make it so people knew he was coming. Why would he want people to know he's coming? Well, he's not the kind of person who would try to take over some sneaky way. You know, he's like, hey, I'm here. You know why I'm here. Right? Like kind of like that.
Right. The guard didn't take it seriously.
Right.
So that's kind of what happened here.
Yeah.
So, but what?
But that's what I'm saying though. Like,
okay.
Like it wouldn't necessarily be the guards who would like know this, but his goal would have been to make sure that beforehand, you know, some of the nobility and things like that would have heard that he could be on his way.
So you sent a messenger ahead. Okay, gotcha. All right.
That'll be important later if we get to later.
Right. Okay. Well, with that information, I want you to roll. I want you to roll just a charisma check. Ooh.
Oh dear. 2 plus, what is it? 2? Yeah, it's a 15 charisma, isn't it?
Yeah. So 4.
4.
Okay. Okay. So now you're at the second checkpoint. The guard takes the slip. All right. What kind of trade you doing today?
Well, I think Cobblestone would start by saying, I plan to be here more than one day.
He jots that down. All right. How long you staying?
I'm not leaving. Well, I mean, I will eventually. I'll stay as long as I need to.
All right. We'll have someone lead you to the visa station. What you trading?
Trading. I am not trading. He's going to outright state his intentions right now. Here it is. I want to marry you. No.
Make a charisma check.
I am here for the city.
Real estate. They're just not getting it.
Perfect.
You kind of jot something down.
And I think he would say, yes, real estate.
Yeah, that tracks for him. Yeah.
He's like, that is what the humans call it.
Hands you another slip of paper.
And as he's doing that, Cobblestone is starting to smolder, right? Like he's like, they do call it real estate. They desecrate my land, and stuff like that. That's what he's thinking right now. He's just super mad about this. And he takes the paper, but his on the outside, there's nothing.
Yeah,
he's just nothing.
Yeah.
So on the outside, he's fine, but then he takes the paper and robotically holds it.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. Those sorts of motions that you do, and you later are why is this paper in my hand?
Right.
Yeah.
And then he but when can you? This isn't paper, but can you hand me that?
Yeah.
So when he goes to hand it to him, he's like, ooh.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's done it so many times.
Exactly.
It doesn't even break his concentration.
He's so used to fumbling for things. Okay. So one of the guards actually takes the horses by the bridle and starts to lead them somewhere. Your servant kind of just like looks like just kind of letting it happen, not really sure what to do. But you're taken to like a bureaucratic building. Like,
That seems like a hassle.
yeah, Cobblestone doesn't want to deal with this.
He
kind of
casts
stuff.
Pass Without Trace.
Okay. Go ahead and make. Are you sneaking out?
He's just gonna go past it and go into the city. Is his goal
You're casting it on the entire carriage?
on just himself?
Okay.
His servants can deal with the paperwork.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check then.
Okay.
Plus 10.
24.
Ooh. Wait, your stealth is negative though.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I should check my stealth, huh? Is it negative though?
Yeah, because it's dexterity based.
Yeah, you're right. 22.
22. Okay, that's still like high enough that a normal person would not be able to, notice. Plus, you can earth glide, so honestly,
Yeah.
even if they wanted to catch you, they couldn't.
Right.
Or wait, can you earth glide? Did you say earth glide? No, you can mold with stone.
Yeah, which
That's
is what I
different
just cast. Yeah, merge with stone.
Oh, right, which is what gives you. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So you easily sneak away. In fact, your servant doesn't even notice.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Look, Cobblestone?
Sir, sire. So there's a lot of hustle and bustle going on in this city. It's a walled city. It's not huge. It's not huge, It's like pretty but it's definitely bigger than the one you came from.
There's a reason Lord Cobblestone came here on this specific day.
Okay.
I don't know what it is, but I know that there would like he's not smart.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Uh-huh.
we know this about him. He
Mm-hmm.
just isn't very smart. But he has the charisma, to sort of lead people a little bit in a way that like he'll be like he knows people who are smarter than him basically. So like his servants might have been like he might have said, I'm going to the city on this day, or like I'm going to the city, and then they might have been like, oh, are you going on that day? That makes sense because this, and he would be like, yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
You unraveled my plan.
Yeah. So he fools people into thinking that he's smart. He's not. There's not that much going on in his head. Well, I shouldn't say that, but no clever thoughts. His thoughts are all.
He doesn't have much foresight. Sounds like.
Right, and he hasn't found much need for it in his life.
It seems like it. I like him. Did I say that already?
Yeah.
I like Cobblestone. He's a fun dude.
Man, he's really good at Constitution saving throws. You know that?
Well,
poison him. Try to poison him. See what you can do.
what's his save? +7.
+7. 26, bro.
He ain't getting poisoned by nothing.
No. Okay. So we've uncovered a lot about this. I'm gonna put this down.
Yeah.
We uncovered a lot about this character.
Mm-hmm.
That ended up being a lot more gameplay than I anticipated, I think.
Oh, well, sure,
But I think that gives you an idea of how first of all, you don't need to have a whole character planned on the way in.
No, not at all.
And a lot of the time it helps to revise and make things up as you go.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, notice that you have to be careful with backstory. All right?
Okay.
Now, for me personally, I feel like a level 6 character is pretty important, pretty big. And so that's why I felt okay with, like, up till now in his journey, he's become like a lord of, some more of a village or something.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I felt okay with that just because, I don't know. Level 6 seems decent for that,
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to be above level 1 to be a ruler. I mean, really. But it's just likely that you would be.
Well, yeah. I mean, it depends on the political system of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, you don't have to be level anything to be a ruler.
Right, exactly.
Like, you don't have to even have anything more than base stats to be a ruler. You don't have to.
Right, it's just like how you use it.
Yeah, exactly.
That determines whether you get there or not, basically.
Right, but you see, my thought on it was a level 6 adventuring party is a big deal. I don't know if a level 6 character on their own necessarily is. If they're like the lone wolf kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, like, because the reason I did a pack of wolves is because, like, level 6 is where a pack of wolves isn't a big deal. Like, you could take care of them, right?
Yeah.
And there really aren't any actual people who could really do that.
No.
You know what I mean? So, like, yeah.
But what about Liam Neeson's dough?
Liam Neeson's dough. I didn't think about Liam Neeson's dough.
Yeah.
Also, when did you put your Google Home on the wall like that?
Anna did that.
Okay.
Because she works there.
Yeah.
And so she likes to have the music come from there.
Oh.
So it was just like one day this week, she just put it up there.
She just put it. Okay, the music. I
She
didn't even
likes to
think about
listen
that.
to music while she works. Yep.
That makes sense. Okay. Anyway, though, so we were, I think, of two different minds about where this guy might be at in his life.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit. But that doesn't really matter either. You know?
No, you collaborate to make the story, and it works. Like, you could tell he's not that important or anything, but he has lofty goals.
Yes, and he feels important.
Right.
And he's accomplished something.
He has.
You know?
Yeah.
And who knows, by level 10, or 12, he might be able to, like, really like do some really cool stuff, and then like level 20, basically gods, right?
Essentially.
Yeah, I mean, jump off a cliff, man.
Yeah.
Turn into a fish right before you hit the ground. Basically gods. I mean, not like a bird or something.
He'd probably be fine because he can just, like, whoosh into the stone.
It's like that. You ever see that gif of the person jumping off the diving board into a cup of coffee? It gets me every time. I, like, freak out about it every time. I'm like, what just happened? They were on an Olympic diving board and now they're in a cup of coffee. It's like blows my mind. I have a.
I don't think I've seen that one. We'll put that one in the homework for you or something.
I have simple sensibilities. Anyway, do we have time for the homebrew?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm glad that we have time for it.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, you might need to actually help remind me. I've done 4 of these already, or just 2?
Just 2.
Okay, so. Okay, and I think I know which 2 I've done already, so...
Yeah, there was this stormy thing.
Uh-huh, the lightning, yeah.
Yeah, and then the other one.
The one with the saving throw increases and the stat stuff, yeah. Okay, so... Let's see here. So again, these are magic items that I... created for Cataclysmic Rift, the campaign that I run. Right. Austin has...
And I live in it.
He lives in there. Austin's requested that I do not talk about the item that Liam will use specifically.
Yeah, which is my character.
Right.
And you probably know that if you're listening to this, but it's okay if you don't. I'll find it in my heart to forgive you. somehow.
So I'm not going to talk about that one. Not that I think it would matter. I really don't think that you would know which one was for Liam, even if I described it. If I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, but Liam would know.
Yeah.
He has 20 intelligence. Like, come on.
So I'm pretty sure I talked about the 2 items that I was like, no, not the ones I was least interested in, but okay, I'll just talk about 2 other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just say that. Okay, so again, 3 different stages.
Mm-hmm.
This one has charges too.
Okay.
Okay, so this item has charges. As a bonus action, you can expend up to 2 charges, and you can learn something. This was inspired by the monk subclass.
This is for Callie.
You can learn something about a creature of your choice within 60 feet of you.
Oh, never mind. Okay. That could be for someone else too, but...
You can learn, so you can pick any 2 of these 5 things.
Okay.
Their saving throws and skills.
Mm-hmm.
Their damage resistances and immunities.
Mm-hmm.
Their condition immunities. Their senses and languages. And what their creature hierarchy is if they have one. Meaning, are they legendary? Do they have a layer?
But can't you just look that up on Google?
Yeah, but why would you do that?
Well, I'm just saying,
like
build a magical cell phone and look them up on Fantasy Google.
And 1d4 charges are renewed each dawn.
Mm-hmm.
So that's dormant. Like, that's the base thing it does, right?
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
That I'm sure that will be useful.
So it gains more charges when it's awakened.
Is it an action?
As a bonus action.
Bonus action even. Wow.
I know.
Okay.
I know. It's pretty useful. So you can expend up to 3 charges to learn 3 of those aspects about a creature within 60 feet of you.
Okay.
2d4 charges are renewed each dawn, and you have advantage on all perception, investigation, and insight checks.
Ooh. Somebody's becoming a regular Sherlock Holmes.
Exalted. More charges.
More charges.
You can expend 5 charges to learn all of those 5 things.
Mm-hmm.
About a creature within 90 feet of you.
This feels like a Kickstarter.
It is. These are the Kickstarter tiers.
Yeah.
A lot of these are like this, actually.
Yeah.
Where it just like keeps expanding.
It includes everything from the previous one.
And yeah. Also, as an action, you can spend 3 charges to cast Zone of Truth, Enthrall, or Charm Person. The spell save DC is 18. 3d6 charges renew each dawn, and you have advantage on perception, investigation, and insight checks, and your passive perception, investigation, and insight increase by 5 each.
That does sound like it's for Callie.
I mean, so I know that some of these are going to probably be a lot more powerful than others.
Yeah.
In the game. Now that I've read this one out loud, this is like really useful. Like way crazy useful.
Well, that's fine.
Which is good though. That's what I want.
We want them to be used. I
want them to be super cool like this.
Yeah.
So that
Well, what else we got?
Here's another one. You get a +1 bonus for attack and damage.
Okay.
So
it's a weapon?
Yes.
Okay.
Under certain conditions,
I'm
just going to say it like that. Under certain conditions, you have resistance to poison and psychic damage.
Ah, that's when you're in a rage. Or something like that. I don't know. Who knows? Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
Then awakened, +2 bonus, right?
Mm-hmm.
You gain resistance to poison, psychic, necrotic, and radiant damage.
Ooh.
Also, you score a critical hit on a 19 or 20. On the
Yes, I love that, by the way. That's one of my favorite things about some magical items that like it changes it. I don't even know how to describe it actually. But
it turns it into a 10% chance of critical
well,
hit.
there's that, but it almost like the fact that there is such thing as a critical hit, but nothing messes around with what that means. You know, like that's a whole game rule that's just being like left there. But I love that there are items that actually do mess around with what critical hit means. It'd be cool if there was stuff that changed. Like if you get a critical hit, it does something different. I'm
going to finish describing this, but I actually came up with a game rule about that I wanted to do a one shot with you guys with.
Yeah.
That I thought would be really interesting.
I came up with one as well.
Oh, yeah?
That I'm going to be doing for Peter and Vivian's campaign. Because Peter is going to be joined in his campaign by his girlfriend, Vivian. And
I should invite my girlfriend into my campaign. I'm just kidding. I don't have one.
You don't have a campaign.
I don't have a campaign. No way. Why would I want to play Dungeons and Dragons? It's for nerds.
Oh, did you add a new bot to the thing?
I don't know.
Or was that a person?
No, that's a person. I definitely know who it is. But I at first was confused. But it's I'm going to look like a fool if I say who I think it is and it's not them. But I'm pretty sure it's Aaron. I mean, that's what it says. I'm pretty sure that's Marissa's husband. Because he wants to play D&D with us, but I told him that I told her that I would love for him to join a campaign, but he can't join this one because there's too many people in it already.
Yeah.
And we just can't add another person.
Right.
And in fact, I was hoping to split it into 2 different campaigns if I could at some point, because there's already feels like too many people.
So what do we get in the exalted form of this?
So exalted +3 bonus. Resistance to poison, psychic, necrotic, radiant, and force damage. Nothing gives you resistance to force damage. So that's like a big deal, right?
That's because nothing uses force damage. Let's be real.
This is probably too good, because critical hit on an 18, 19, or 20. That's a 15% chance to crit.
Ah, yes.
That's a lot.
Depends on how your die is weighted.
I guess so. But that's it. That's all it does. But even those like really simple things are like
that's a lot of critical hits.
That's a lot of critical
hits.
Potential. Yeah.
Now, and the other thing is, it depends on who's using it. It's a weapon, but does it have like a 2-handed use, or is it one hand only?
I don't know.
Oh.
I do know.
Oh. Okay.
But I'm not going to tell you.
Okay, fair enough. Because then I would know it's for Marty, the barbarian.
Maybe.
Or something along those lines. But, because the thing is, if it's a simple weapon or something like that, it could be useful in the hands of a monk who can attack many times and therefore crit many times. It can also be really useful in the hands of a rogue who can try to stack it up so that they crit on their sneak attack. Because of all the advantages and stuff.
Massive sneak attack damage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and incredible. Basically super stealth assassin mode.
Yeah.
So there are a lot, and then like with a barbarian, you want them in there swinging something that's going to do a lot of damage, and that's a lot of damage.
That's a lot. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me what you think about this idea of a rule for critical hits.
Mm-hmm.
So this would, I want to play with it because I think it could be really add an extra like thought or dynamic to things. So if you roll a critical success or failure, and I think this really only works in combat,
right?
But maybe it could work anywhere. But if you roll, it's only when you roll the dice,
right?
If you roll a critical success or failure, you can choose to switch it to the other one at any time. So you roll a natural 1, you can say, okay, I'm going to decide that this is actually a natural 20.
Okay.
And that I just had a critical hit.
But
the next time anybody rolls a natural 20, they don't get a choice. It's a natural 1.
Or what if it's the other way around? The next time somebody gets a 1, do they have no choice and it's a 20?
No.
If you chose to go the other way?
It's the opposite, always.
Okay, so like if you take your 20 and make it a 1, does the next one becomes a 20? Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
That's what I was making sure of.
Right. Yep, that's exactly right. And also, nobody else can do that until it's resolved.
Okay. Yeah. Which would be the next one anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yes, but that also includes like all the enemies and stuff.
Yeah.
So if you decide to make your like if you decide to make your 20 into a 1,
then the next enemy to roll could get a 1.
Could get a 1. And it
would become a 20.
Become a 20. Or the opposite,
Yeah.
Like you could just turn the enemy's natural 20 into a 1. Or you could turn one of your allies' natural 20 into a 1. Yeah.
Yeah. So you could mess around with the turn order too. Because the normal thing I think in the game is that you can choose to delay your turn.
Well, in 5th edition,
something along those lines.
In 5th edition, you actually can't do that.
Oh, okay, that's earlier.
Yeah.
Well, in any event, though, you can choose to not act.
Yeah, you could choose to do nothing.
Which, or knowing that there's that looming over your head, you could always choose to only cast spells with
Saving
saves.
throws.
You could choose to grapple instead of strike and things like that. Because grapple, or no, do you need to hit to grapple? You do need to. Okay.
Yeah, it's a contested athletics check for grapples. Like both people roll.
But that's not a. I mean, I guess you could still get a critical on that, but.
Yeah.
But then there's a chance that they will instead, so that's fine.
Right. So
that's worth the risk.
Better there.
Yeah, it's still a better thing than you just rolling the hit die.
You see, I don't know if it would be fun or not. But it is definitely an interesting, extra, sort of thing to think about.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: if I also had the thought like, really, the best thing to do in most cases is not even to do that. Like,
right.
Just to never use it. Because it's kind of like high risk, high reward. Rolling dice is literally also gambling, but this adds an extra like bit of whoa to it,
Yeah. I don't think I can tell you what my idea with the criticals is about just yet, because that'll give it away for the people who actually it won't. Well, it will. No, it's going to be quite a few sessions, I think, before they figure out that anything's going on.
Okay.
I mean, despite the fact that they're going to hear this, I don't think they're going to realize what I'm doing in the background.
Great.
Because, oh boy, am I excited about this campaign of theirs. It's taking shape a little bit in my head, and it's a juxtaposition of opposites, and it's a very it's about balance, but it's also about luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the theme of balance quite a bit.
Well, I don't know if I like it or not, and that is why I am pitting it against luck or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying, maybe there isn't balance in, like in luck. Maybe it is. Well, I mean, clearly it is skewed because there is luck. In that, if you look back at the data afterward, yeah, some people fared better. you know,
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
true.
So maybe that's what. Maybe that's how it'll turn out, or maybe it'll turn out to be balanced or something. Who knows?
I think I know where you're going with this, but I won't.
I don't know where I'm going
I
with
won't
it
press it.
yet, so we'll find out.
I won't press it very much. But um, I also had talked to Carly about getting just the weebs together and
Doing a Naruto campaign.
not a Naruto campaign, doing
Naruto campaign.
doing an anime one shot.
Naruto campaign. Oh, okay. Anime one shot would work. Yeah. Wait,
Where,
who's just? Isn't that everybody?
no. Because my thought is just light on the rules. Like the rules don't really matter. Like literally, it's make believe. You still roll dice,
Mm-hmm.
but actually more emphasis on the dice. Less thought about the rules. You can do whatever you want. If it comes to your brain, you can do it. It's just an anime, Like teleports behind you, nothing personal, kid. Like there are no limits. Like even crazier than a level 20 battle in D&D. Like I'm talking just like
So, but who is just the weebs? That's everybody.
No, it isn't. Jenny doesn't watch anime. Jen
Oh yeah, I guess okay.
Jen does.
Jen's a real weeb and not an anime weeb.
Yeah, she I don't think she watches shonen action series because it's really a shonen action.
Okay, now you're talking about the young boys like me.
Yep.
And you.
Yeah, shonen.
And Carly.
Yep.
Right. I'm understanding now.
Uh-huh. Well, I don't know who all would want to be involved in this too, is the thing.
Yeah.
Because I don't think everybody would really. It's like FOMO. Like nobody would want to not be a part of it.
Yeah.
But I don't think that everybody really wants to be a part of it.
That's an interesting thing I just thought of now, right? Like when you invite people to something and you let them decide whether or not they want to do it, there is a bias toward wanting to do it.
Yeah, always. Well, that's how I feel about this campaign because I thought that it was going to be like I tell you guys what the campaign is going to be like, and then
people self-select if they like that campaign or not.
They want to be a part of it or not.
Mm-hmm.
But it just turned out that everybody said that they wanted to do it, but then.
Well, I think people do want to. Maybe they didn't have a clear picture, but I think it seems like they want to adapt to what it is. But they also, expect some flexibility in return, maybe too.
Well, sure, because I've done a lot of changing to the tone of the campaign that I'm running, based on feedback and requests from everybody else.
Besides, the story doesn't need to have the same tone the whole way through.
Well, no, and it shouldn't anyway.
Yeah.
But there were...
Well, maybe it should, because otherwise it turns into Harry Potter, and Harry Potter went from like really cool because it was just right for me to really
What was it? What was it that people said about how where it started to where it ended up? Like there have been a lot of criticisms about Harry Potter in terms of like. Oh yeah, there was one gripe that I read this and I was like, oh yeah, Harry Potter is like that, and now I don't really like it anymore. It was Harry Potter and one other thing that I can't remember, but it said that it was a story where textually they told you that who your parents are don't matter, but subtextually they told you that who your parents are is like the most important thing.
Yeah. That is true.
That's a gripe I've always had, especially with anime in particular.
Mm-hmm.
But stories in general.
I mean, like, look at Naruto. Naruto is an example.
Well, that's what
where like,
well, when I was
I'm just a kid who's not important and not special, and everyone hates me. And then, like, later on, spoiler alert for Naruto.
Yeah.
He finds out that his dad is the God King of all Ninja Saiyans or whatever.
Right, exactly. I actually hated that. When it was revealed that his dad was some super awesome dude, and like he was destined to be the best.
Do you know what I did like though?
I don't. Yeah.
When he met his dad, that was cool.
Oh yeah, I think I got that far.
Yeah. That was during the Great Ninja War.
Yes. Yes, I did see that. Don't get me wrong, his dad is cool. His dad had the dopest stuff where he could throw a kunai and teleport to it.
Yes.
Dude, don't even get me started.
Well, and it wasn't even just that, like, because it was anything that his symbol was on.
Right.
So he could teleport to. So he would throw the kunai and boom, 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 teleport to them. And apparently it looked like lightning, but they didn't really, in the manga, you couldn't really super tell all the time that's what was going on. He just kind of was there. Anyway.
Well, sure. I'm sure the manga was weird. Yeah, that's better for animation, I think. But,
maybe, yeah.
But no, I find that because the same exact thing happened with the newer Star Wars movies. Like the one thing that I really liked about the episode 8.
Yeah, it was when he was like, your parents or no one.
Yeah,
I was hoping that would be the case.
Yeah, me too. I was like, that's so cool. Like, it doesn't have to be. And then the episode 9, they're like, no, just kidding. It wasn't like that.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that episode 8 was great because a lot of people didn't like it.
No.
I can't say I loved it, but that was.
I liked it.
I liked it. Can't say I loved it. I did like it.
Do you know what part I liked the best?
What's that?
The hyper speed ramming.
Oh, that was pretty cool.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
And I saw that in theaters.
Yeah, me too.
Right at that moment, I was like, okay, they did something really cool here.
Yeah.
Because like I felt that the impact of it was so intense.
I agree. Yeah.
It was, and it's not even like, all right, so some people don't like it because like it's not Star Wars, and that's not even why I like that moment though, because I like it because of the cinematography, I guess technically, like the actual way that it was CG'd,
yeah,
and like I guess the way that it was animated,
yeah,
it had a heavy, real, like solid punch to it. That's why I like that part at least.
The special effects on those movies is incredible.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of people that is something that a lot of people didn't like about it. But Kylo Ren's lightsaber, I loved how it was all like staticky on the ends and flecks kind of flew off of it because it was imperfect because he made it himself, you know?
Yeah. Well, all Jedi make their lightsabers themselves.
Well, right. But
he just didn't know how to do it.
Right. But yeah, exactly. So his was kind of messy.
Or whatever. I don't know if he didn't know how to do it or if he used a crystal in it that wasn't the right one or whatever.
Yeah. There was something about it though, but it looked really good on screen. Mm-hmm. I'm with you there. Like,
yeah,
I think
I liked Kylo Ren's temper tantrums.
Those
were such a fun.
I liked Kylo Ren
thing.
I liked Kylo Ren as a character. Yeah.
He was.
I really liked Rey. You know, people say she's a Mary Sue, but like, I mean, maybe. But I liked her.
It almost feels like they just didn't throw anything at her that was hard.
And that's true too.
You know, which like that doesn't make her a Mary Sue. That just means that her life wasn't that tough, which is fine. Like no one, you don't have to have that tough a life.
Right. Yeah, that can happen too.
I mean, she was like totally alone for so long. Like,
yeah,
maybe this was just the easiest part of her life, the best part of her life, and we saw it, and that's nice. I don't know.
Wow. You know, I never thought about it like that, but that's great. That's great. You know, and I'm not like going to say that those movies ruined Star Wars, obviously, because I would say I at least liked all of 3 of them.
my regard toward them was generally positive, and I think they did overall good things for Star Wars because, I mean, now we have The Mandalorian, and now we have what else is coming after that.
Right.
And I don't think that would have happened without all three of those movies doing well.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And I never really saw the spin-offs. I saw Rogue One.
Rogue One I saw and liked.
That was good. Was that Donnie Yen in that? No.
Yeah, Donnie Yen was in it.
Yeah, it was Donnie Yen in there.
Yeah, man.
I wish they had given him more to do. I feel like he didn't have a lot of scenes to really shine because he's good at stunt work.
Yeah, that's true. He didn't get to do a whole lot of it.
To do a whole lot, but I never saw Solo.
I did, and it was good. It was. Do people not like it? I think they don't. I think they hate it.
I think generally people didn't like it, but I never saw it, so I don't know.
And I think they don't like it because of the Star Wars stuff it gets wrong or like messes up in their mind.
Yeah. You're right.
Like the Kessel Run and whatever. I liked the plot of the movie though. I don't know. I think it was a good thing. Like you take this type of plot, which in this case was like a Godfather type, like scumbags and scoundrels being scumbags and scoundrels type plot.
Sure.
And like everybody turns on it, and it's like a revenge, like twisty, type thing. And it's just somebody learning to be a hardened criminal, basically.
There you go.
That's a cool plot to put in the Star Wars universe, and I think they did it okay, at least pretty well. It explains why Han Solo is like, listen, kid,
Yeah. I really like Donald Glover. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I don't know him much as an actor. I've seen Community.
The whole Lando and the robot thing, that was not that great.
I don't know why. Again, I never saw it, but I think I would watch it just because Donald Glover's in it. Honestly,
yeah,
he's a good actor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's pretty decent.
He's just a good creator. I like his music. I like
the cover of his one song by Carl Weezer. That's really good.
Which
it's like a and then he's like
Redbone.
Yeah, I forget the lyrics to it, but the Carl Weezer.
I've listened to Redbone on repeat like I can't even tell you how many times. That song's good. That's really good.
I don't know if I've listened to it except for the
Carl
Weezer.
I'm sure it's beautiful. But
Oh, it is.
Anyway, I just really, to bring it back for a second, I really wish that more media would let the hero, the protagonist, just be some guy, Like, why does he have to be part of some important family lineage?
Okay, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Hey. I got a book recommendation coming next episode.
Okay.
It's going to be for The Final Empire, the first in the Mistborn series.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
I've heard of the Mistborn series.
Yeah.
A lot of people really like that series.
Yeah. I am one of those people now. I listened to it on Audible.
Mm-hmm.
Finished the first book, and I was like, well, immediately got the next book, and I'm like halfway. I'm not halfway through it yet. They're longish books. They're like as long as The Lord of the Rings, or a little longer, like 28 hours audiobook.
Oh yeah, that's like half of a Game of Thrones book.
Yeah, exactly. They're only long-ish. They're definitely not long, but yeah, they're pretty big.
I'm pretty sure that one of the Lord of the Rings, or one of the Game
although
of
I don't
Thrones
know,
books is 70
I think maybe the later ones are bigger, but
That's usually how
not
it
bigger
goes.
than Game of Thrones, but yeah.
Yeah, usually they increase in length as they go forward.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually how it goes. And that's probably just because the publishers let them write more as they get more popular.
Well, there's that, and there's so many more story threads you've got to tie up and stuff. Like, there's so many things going on.
You create so many problems that need to get resolved.
Mm-hmm. And you hinted at so many things earlier on, whether on purpose or by accident.
Right. You kind of need to, time
which a lot of it, in this case, like, there's a lot of good stuff that they hint at on purpose, and it's like, oh, okay, I see where this is going. But yeah, anyway,
series,
it's it kind of so if you listen to this right now, like right after we have this discussion, and you listen to the whole book, to like tonight before you go to sleep, you'll be like, wait a minute, they did it exactly wrong. The main character, like it's not like that for the, but no, it is for the other main character.
Multiple main characters.
Yeah. Well, it's not clear.
Okay.
No, it's clear who the main character is.
Mm-hmm.
It's super clear. But there's another character who's like a main enough character that that people talk about them more than the main character by a lot. People care a lot more about what this character is doing. And it's not the bad guy, because the bad guy, well, I don't want to give away too much, but I can a little bit after this episode. I guess we got to get going.
Yeah, we probably should get going.
Yeah, we should really get going.
Yeah,
it's late.
If you guys can't tell, it's pretty late.
I don't know if I look as tired as I feel, but I think I do.
I feel pretty tired.
This is going to be really fun to see later.
Yeah, not too much longer. It'll be midnight, so.
Yeah. Oops.
Well, it's Friday. Not that means anything to me, but.
Doesn't necessarily mean anything to me, because sometimes I have to wake up earliest on a Saturday or Sunday. So.
Me too. It just so happens that I don't have to wake up very early tomorrow, so I'm thankful for
that. It's not Thanksgiving.
You're right. I can't be thankful if it's not Thanksgiving.
Don't even try it.
I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. Good night, everybody.
Good night.